Hey everyone, I am trying to connect to my YouTube channel here on my iPad. Just give me a second so I can see the chat. Okay. Just a second, I will be with you in a minute. Trying to get connected on my iPad so I can see the chat. Speaking of chat, make sure you put it on live chat. Hi Mary, hi Meg, hi Michelle, hi Marva. Hi Sandra. So nice of you all to jump on tonight. Thank you. Okay. Let's see here. Well, hi Nancy. Am I upside down? No, my card's upside down. I'm like, wait a minute. Hi Eloise. Glad you were able to join us. Hi Mary. Hi Pam. Yeah, the card was upside down. I thought maybe I was upside down for a minute. Starting to panic there for a minute. Okay, let me go to my channel. Hi Karen. Hi Cecilia. How's everybody doing? Are you having a happy Sunday? I have been very busy this weekend. Lots of design teamwork. I'm super excited to share with you the new release from Technique Junkies. Hi, Lori. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Gloria. Welcome, everyone. If you're just joining us, please make sure you have your chat set to live chat. And in the description box, I do have my link for Technique Junkies, as well as, well, my code. But as far as the new stamps, you can't use my code. All of the new stamps are on sale. I'll tell you a little bit about that here in a minute. All right, why don't we go ahead and get started? I have 8:03, so hi, Chow. I didn't get to say hi to you. Oh, Chow, take your time waking up. Hi, Stacy. So I'm super excited to be here to share with you the new release from Technique Junkies. There's a lot of great Father's Day stamps this time. I'm going to walk you through some of the cards that I created, and then I have an idea for a card that we can make together. We'll see how we do as far as time and how well my internet stands up. I've been having lots of internet problems today, and I'm hoping that my connection stays strong throughout this live. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. As I said, there's a new release from Technique Junkies. These new release stamps are on sale for 15% off between now and May the 8th. If you do go over to Technique Junkies and buy something from the new release, you automatically get that discount. But if you could put in the comment box that you were sent by Tracy Schultz, that way the folks that are over at Technique Junkies will know that you heard about the stamp and the products through my video. If you see something that catches your eye that's from a previous release, because I am going to show you some stamps from some previous release, you can use my coupon code to save 10% off. So 15% off new, 10% off previous release, and you should be good to go. All right, so our first stamp, and by the way, Technique Junkies are red rubber stamps. Our first stamp is this beautiful Magnolia Branch. I fell in love with this when I first saw it, and I actually showed it to Nancy because I was at Nancy's house in Allentown. It was in early April. I got these stamps in person from Pat when I saw her at the stamp show. Pat is the owner of Technique Junkies, So I did show Nancy, and she and I both said, wouldn't that look pretty with gold embossing powder? All right. So I did that. I made a slimline card, and I put 2 of the Magnolia branches on the slimline panel with a stitched rectangle around it. And then I heat embossed it with gold embossing powder. And then I ink blended it with peach and pink inks. I used Bellini and Do-Si-Do from Catherine Pooler. And then the Happy Mother's Day is a Technique Junkies stamp. So I'll hold that up so you can see the font. High T. It's a nice scripty font. And I just heat embossed that as well with gold embossing powder. And then I had this die from Sizzix and I cut it out. So have a nice slimline Mother's Day card, which, you know, will be definitely coming in handy here next week, right? Thanks, Kathy. Thank you. So, Father's Day. Like I said, there are a lot of great stamps that are part of this release for Father's Day. And this one is called Father and Son Fishing. And we have the stamp is not that large, but it's just the right size for a nice little scene. And then what I did was I used pan pastels. And I know for those of you that like to fish, like Nancy, this one is sort of a sentimental look back in time. Definitely one that tugs at your heartstrings if you ever have memories of fishing with your father. Hi, Diana. But I used pan pastels to make my background, and I made just pretty much a sunny day. It was very simple to create this. I have a video on my YouTube channel that has both the Mother's Day card and the Father's Day card. So if you didn't, whoa, my stand is falling over. My goodness. Wow, that's a first. If you didn't get a chance to catch the video that I posted this morning, you can check that out and you can see how I made these 2 cards. Because I was pulling on my cord. I had my cell phone charging so I don't run out of batteries. So yeah, I know, Nance. I know that one definitely is sentimental for sure. And then sunflowers are really hot again this year. Well, I think in part because of Ukraine and, you know, being the flower of Ukraine. And so I was really, hi Cynthia, I was really glad that they came out with a sunflower stamp. And this one's really pretty because it's got 3 gigantic sunflowers along with some scripty font in the background. It is pretty nice size. It's going to pretty much cover your card panel. So I like this one. And I used watercolor markers for this. I did heat emboss it first. And, oh, what are they called? Zig. I use Zig markers for this card. I like Zig markers because their tips are so fine point that I feel like I can get into the nooks and crannies when I'm doing watercolor on my card. But I like this one. I think it's cool. And then I have this stamp. I had this die that says Hope, and I cut it out a couple times and put it on the corner there and made it in yellow. So yeah, beautiful stamp with the sunflowers that are very popular right now. So that was fun to create. Now that was, there's a lot of florals in this release, but also a lot of Father's Day stuff. Thank you, Karen. All right. So this one is a Technique Junkies, very well known for their Snarky. They have a lot, let's just put it to you this way. They have a nice selection of Snarky ones. And this one is for the guys in our life. We want to have a little fun at them. So this is the size of it. And the sentiment says, if a man speaks in the forest and there is no woman to hear him, is he still wrong? I think that's so funny. Never heard that before. What I did was I used I have this embossing folder, and I just used Distress Oxide inks. And then I just heat embossed with some green ink and some clear embossing powder. And I just made a mat. I mean, it was a pretty simple card to make. Hi, Melissa. But I did use a piece of that wood grain cardstock that we got from Hobby Lobby as my card base. So this is a 5x7 card. So I was kind of proud of myself because I don't usually make 5x7 cards that much. And I thought, how did I do that? I have this little, you know, sentiment here that just doesn't take up a lot of space, and I ended up making it into a 5x7. That's because the embossing folder is so big. So the sentiment is about 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. So if a man speaks in the forest and there's no woman to hear him, is he still wrong? I think the answer would be yes, right? Sorry, guys. All right, so that's a funny card. Oh, another floral. And again, this one is not a very large stamp, but it's a super pretty bouquet. Okay, this one is called Delicate Bouquet. All right. So I'll hold up the line art and show you what it looks like. So what we have, I just ink blended a background with rainbow color. I heat embossed the bouquet, and I just ink blended right over top of it. And then I just put a couple little rhinestones that Chow sent me. Thank you, Chow. I had this die from Paper Rose, and I used pearl paper, pearlescent paper. Thank you, Diana. And then Just For You, I put at the top. So I thought that was a cute little card. You could use that for any occasion. Could be for a birthday. It could be for thinking of you. Get well soon. Thank you. Hi, Debbie. I thought that one would be a universal. Yes. And there's a rainbow. So for those of you who are not members of the FSC on Facebook, right now there is a card challenge with rainbows. So if you like to make cards that feature rainbows, you might want to consider entering your rainbow card into that. It's a lot of fun right now that's happening over at the FSC, which is Foiling Snobs Club on Facebook. All right, so this is a super unique stamp, and I think that it's going to be very popular. It's called Cat Lady, all right? So we've got the cat, and she's wearing like a headscarf, and she's got these really funky glasses. I think the glasses are really cool. And then the sentiment, which is separate, it says, "You're perfect." Super cute. And then this is a new background stamp. It's called Beautiful Boho. And so what I did was I thought, well, I'm going to put all 3 of these together. And I went with the pink and blue color scheme again. And I actually stamped the boho background twice. It just reminds me of medallions, but it also kind of reminds me of macrame. I don't know. And I did offset it. So I stamped it one time in cummerbund, and then I turned the paper and I stamped it again in pucker up. That's how I got it to look like it has 2 layers. Yeah. Yep, I said super cute, so now you have to drink. That's our game. But anyways, I used Catherine Pooler inks to color our cat lady. So I did her glasses first, and I went in with pucker up on her glasses. And then I used some Twilight for her fur or whatever. And then for her turban, I used Serenade, and I forget which color blue, but I put some liquid pixie dust on top, and I made it sparkly. But I'm not sure you can see that on the camera or not. I'm not sure if it's going to show up, but it's really kind of sparkly. Yeah, she's got the bling going on in her headscarf. thought was really unique of a stamp with the cat lady. I used my Scan and Cut to cut that out. I think it turned out pretty cool. I also heat embossed the sentiment with, I have a Wendy Vecchi cactus flower, I think it's called. Basically it's a very bright pink embossing powder. I use that to emboss the sentiment and just use some pink paper. And I use that pearl paper again. I got the pearl paper at the stamp show at Marco's booth. They have all kinds of paper. So this is very fun. I thought that was cute, and I think this is going to be a really popular stamp. I think a lot of people are going to pick that up. I think T made a video today using this, so make sure you check out T's channel, Not Afraid of Color. She's on the Technique Junkies design team, and she made a card with this and has done lots of videos too. I'm sure she'll do lots of videos too for this release on her channel, so make sure you check that out. All right, now we're going to get into more Father's Day cards, and this one is a lot of fun. It says, "Because I'm your dad," and we did show this before because even though it was part of the May release, it was being sold at the stamp show in Allentown, so it was sort of like a early bird special for people who were at the stamp show. They had the ability to buy a stamp that hadn't even been released to the community yet. This one is a lot of fun. It says, "Because I'm your dad," and then it has a whole bunch of sentiments that Dad would say. "You're grounded. Don't talk back. Go ask your mother. Were you raised in a barn? Don't make me stop this car." Oh, I heard that so many times when I was growing up. "Money doesn't grow on trees." I heard that one. "I'm not sleeping. Just resting my eyes." Again, classic Dad. "I'm not going to tell you again. Don't talk back to your mother. You don't know what hard work is. Here's some money. Don't tell Mom. Because I'm your dad, that's why. I'm not made of money. What did I tell you? Turn off the lights when you leave a room. Do as I say, not as I do. Make me proud. Don't tell your mother. Where's my duct tape? Never say never. You'll understand when you're older. They don't make things like they used to. I'm proud of you. When you pay the bills, you can make the rules. You make a better door than a window." I heard that so much. Who left all those lights on? Keep your eyes on the ball. Look at me when I'm talking to you. What part of no don't you understand? My mom said that more than my dad. Get a haircut. You are not going out in that. Hard work builds character. I can fix it. Where's my duct tape? It says that twice. And then I love you. So this is a super fun stamp. It says, "Because I'm your dad." That's the name of that one. It's so much fun. And I stamped it on some cream colored paper, and I used some brown ink, and it reminds me sort of an old-fashioned typewriter. And then I grabbed this other stamp that's part of the new release. It's called Father and Daughter, because I'm going to give this to my dad for Father's Day. So to me, that's like my dad, because he's got, well, he had dark black hair. It's a little bit gray now. And then that's me. And then I just had like this little die cut that I used vellum, and then I just colored it with alcohol ink just to make it pop a little bit so that it didn't just blend in with that background. So it's really simple, and it was really easy to create. So I wanted you to see that, but I also wanted to show you that I saw some design team members take the Father and Daughter. So the Father and Daughter is not a very big stamp. They took the Father and Daughter stamp, and they paired it with this one. It says, "Son, we are incredibly proud of the wonderful father you have become. Happy Father's Day." So this one's called Incredibly Proud, and it's actually two parts. All right, so The part about son, we're proud of the father you've become is separate than Happy Father's Day. Okay, so I saw a lot of people use these together on a card, which I thought that would be a nice pairing too. So we got a lot of options for that. So if you have any sons and you would like to make your sons a Father's Day card, I think this gives you a nice option. I think they go so well together. So that's incredibly proud, father and daughter, and because I'm your dad. Those are those three. Yes, definitely. So you can make all kinds of wonderful Father's Day cards. If you have sons with daughters, this would be a very nice set to have. Hi. Okay, I'm going to put those away. Don't want to lose those. They're kind of smaller. All right. All right, let's see what else we have in here. All right. So there's a couple more for Dad. This one is nice. It says, "You are the dad everyone wishes they had." So what I thought I would do is stamp that on the inside of my card for my dad. I thought that would be nice. And those would go well together. Or any other. You could use "You are the dad everyone wishes they had" with father and daughter. So those would go well together too. Yeah, I like them too. I like the stamps with no faces. They're kind of, you know, neutral, right? Yep, definitely. Yep. So I'm going to use this on the inside of my dad's card. And then this one is so much fun, you guys. Oh my gosh. I love this one. This one is called Stud Muffins. And it's got 5 different stamps. And I would like to stamp this one out with you guys tonight if we have time. Because I didn't get a chance to make a card with it yet. Okay, so we've got 2 dads on the stamps. And it says, it's got 3 different sentiments. So we've got 2 dads. We've got tall, skinny dad and sort of short, chubby dad. And here are our sentiments. It says 20% stud, 80% muffin. That's this one. 20% stud, 80% muffin. And then this one is funny. It says, "Dad jokes are how I roll." But instead of the I being the letter I, it's E-Y-E. That dad jokes are how I roll. Funny. And then "One great dude." So I really like this one. I think there's so many Father's Day cards that you could make with this. And even birthday cards. You know, just so many, you know, it's nice to have something that's sort of masculine instead of always feminine characters, right? Melissa Crawford said, "Oh my gosh, the short chubby dad is my daddy." Balding and everything. That's funny, Melissa. Let me grab a drink here of water. So what I thought for this one, and I'm not ready to do it yet, but what I thought was, I have some very old pattern paper from Stampin' Up. So this stuff is pretty old, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to stamp and do some paper piecing. So we've got Argyle, right? We've got Plaid. That is not working. That's feminine. There's a blue plaid. And, oh, there's golf club, like golf balls and little golf. I forget what those little things are called, spikes or whatever. Yep. Even that orange paper. I just grabbed some from, this is from an old stack of pattern paper from Stampin' Up. Somebody gave it to me. Somebody on my stamp club gave it to me. I thought that would be fun for stamping out our dads and giving them some clothing options. Sort of like paper dolls, right? Tees. They're called tees. Thank you. What did I call them? I don't know what I call them. Spikes. I call them spikes. Spikes are what underneath your shoes when you're wearing your golf shoes. They have spikes. Yeah, they're called tees. Okay. So let's do that maybe in a second. All right. But before we do that, let me show you this super thank you for your service set. This one has a military serviceman, and he is saluting. And there's some really nice sentiments for Veterans Day, Memorial Day. Thank you for the sacrifices you have made for our nation. This, I think, for Veterans Day or Memorial Day, that is fantastic. Thank you for your service. Thank you and God bless you. And thank you for serving our country and its citizens. So what I did was I stamped it out. I stamped out the soldier. Thank you for serving our country and its citizens. And thank you for the sacrifices you have made. And then last year, Technique Junkies released this awesome flag. It's called Grunge Flag. And what I did was, before going live, I went ahead and I stamped out the grunge flag. So like I said, this is from a previous release. And I thought what I would do is have our soldier standing in front of the flag and use one of these sentiments. So let's go ahead and do that together real quick. And you guys can ask any questions you might have about Technique Junkies or about this new release or about any of the stamps. This is a fantastic flag. I made it like an Americana style card with it. Even stamped out in black and white, it's a really nice flag. So I'm going to just do a real quick fussy cut. I am not going to, really, it's going to be a quick fussy cut. So we'll fussy cut our soldier, standing at attention and saluting. And then we'll add that to that flag, and we'll have a nice card for Memorial Day for a veteran. Perfect for Veterans Day. So what did you all do this weekend? Did anybody do anything fun? I know Nancy went fishing today. She didn't catch anything, but she got to go to her lake. No, the flag stamped with Catherine Polar inks. The blue is Dress Blues, which is a new blue ink, and the bottom is Rouge. It's just the way the stamp is kind of grungy that it looks like it's watercolored. Meg went treasure hunting. Did you go to flea markets, Meg? Well, Karen got to take a nap. Oh, good for you. I wish I could have taken a nap today. I was too busy. I got to go to my mom and dad's today and had a nice lunch together. Hi, Joyce. Oh my gosh, Gloria, you made 10 double slider graduation gift card holders. Wow. I'd love to see what those look like, Gloria. Oh, you went treasure hunting in the woods. Okay, so maybe you did you have like a electronic metal detector or something like that? Was that what that's called? Oh, you got your oxygen, so you've been breathing. Okay, well, that's good. We're glad that you're breathing. Oh, yeah, you did go to ice skating. I forgot about you went to ice skating, too, this morning. I did not get my laundry done. It's going to have to wait. Thank goodness Doug did Jacob's. I did some of Jacob's on Friday. Hi, Crystal. Oh, you know what? I got a card I want to show you guys. It's a Mayday card. I forgot about that. All right, let's finish this first, and then I'll get that out. And I want to show you what Meg sent me, too. Okay, since this is kind of a grungy looking flag, I'm going to use my decal trimmer and trim out the sentiment. Again, this is the grunge flag. It's a previously released stamp. And I'm pairing it with the new release, Thank You for Your Service. Okay. In case anybody is just joining us and wanted to know what we were working on. Caitlin is so adorable, Chow. She's such a cutie pie. She's funny. And she definitely wants to be on the go a lot. She's getting used to standing and pulling herself up, and I think she'll be walking soon. Whoops. The picture that you posted of her under the blanket was adorable. So adorable. I like this one. Thank you for the sacrifices you have made for our nation. It's a little bit smaller. This one's a little bit bigger. Thank you for serving our country and citizens. But hi, Jim. Oh, Sin took that picture. Well, tell Sin he did a good job. So I'm just going to slide this one down into the container, that the package that it comes in. I can always use that another time. But this is a little bit too white for me. I'm going to get some, I'm going to grab my blending brush. And I have some blue on this blending brush that's probably from a card that I made. I'm sure it's got some blue ink left over on it. Yeah, it's got a lot of blue ink on it. So I think, yes, Karen, that little girl's going to rule the world. She is something else. I'll just go ahead and blend some blue ink over the edges of this sentiment so it's not so stark white. I don't know about you, but my blending brushes always seem to have a little bit of residual ink left on them. I guess I should clean them on a piece of paper or something, but I rarely do that. I try to keep my blending brushes. I'll have sort of like one for a light blue inks, one for dark blue inks, you know, that kind of thing. And that's better. That's not as stark white. So yeah, I think that's going to look really cute together. Well, not cute, but patriotic, I guess, is a better word for it. Let me wipe my desk off here. All right, let's go ahead and grab a card base. I'm going to trim the flag a little bit with my decal trimmer before I put it on a card base. And then we'll have a nice Veterans Day card ready to go, or Memorial Day. So I'm just going to take a little bit off the edges. Thanks, Nancy. Yes, the new release stamps are 15% off now through May the 8th. Anything that's a previously released, you can use my code TJ10Tracy if it's a previous release. Save 10% off previously released stamps. And if you go in and just buy all new stuff, it'll automatically take off the 15%, but maybe leave a note. Tell them that Tracy Schultz sent you. That way they'll know that you watched my video and basically were referred through me. So I'm going to keep my card base white. I think it looks like nice and clean that way. I'm just going to use liquid glue. So T is on the design team for Technique Junkies as well, and she said that Technique Junkies has a Gotta Have It All bundle for Canadians. Well, I know there's a Gotta Have It All bundle. Basically, if you like all of the stamps that are in part of this release, you can get that Gotta Have It All bundle, and then you're saving close to $25. Yep, that was my decal trimmer, and I don't know about the Canadian one, T. Is there a special link on the website for that? Is there a tab where people can find that information? Gotta Have It All Canada. Thank you, T. I didn't know that. Okay. I love my decal trimmer too, but I have to use it before 10 p.m. because otherwise I'll wake my husband up from bed. And that's kind of not fun because he'll say, "What is that noise?" The first time he did it, he said, "Hey, hey," and I didn't know he was hollering for me. I thought he was having a dream or something. And then finally he said, "What is that noise?" I mean, I was going to town on the decal trimmer. I was doing a whole bunch of I was doing a whole bunch of card panels, and I was like doing an assembly line. Yeah, that was funny. I'll never forget that. Okay, and there you go. I think that turned out really nice. Got a nice card for a veteran. So again, that's the grunge flag. Thank you for your service, set of 5, which is a new release, and the grunge flag is a previously released. Yep, if you don't mind, if you do head over to Technique Junkies, go ahead and mention that in the, I guess there's a box for comments. You can mention Tracy Schultz sent you. All right, let's do our stud muffins. So for those of you that are just joining us, yes, that's a barely art, what's that called? Barely art glue tip on an art glitter glue bottle. Yep. Because I used up all my barely art glue, and I had some art glitter glue left over. So I just went ahead and put that tip on there. Oh, Nancy's ordering up some stud muffins. That's great. Can somebody send her some over? All right, so 20% stud, 80% muffin. Okay, let's find some cool pattern papers. I like this green striped shirt. I think that would look kind of cool for one of them. This is kind of nice too. The green tartan plaid. That's kind of classic golf shirt. I like the gray argyle, and I do like the orange. Yeah. Yep. Nancy's naming all the places where she needs a stud muffin. All right, let's get the stamps loaded up here, and then we'll figure out what colors to use. Okay. Oh yeah. I'm gonna try to grab a card base. That way we can do a simple, very simple stamping here, folks. Yeah, I can't do that because I want to use pattern paper. Pattern paper. Use up your pattern paper. So if you missed it, I had Smash Your Crafty Stash on Friday night on my channel, and one of the things we would use was pattern paper. I don't know if that's dad material, that orange. It's kind of flowery. Yeah. Yeah, probably not. Let's go with green plaid. Make sure he has good knees. That's funny. Find one that can do it all. Oh, that's great. All right, I'm going to switch over to my Catherine Pooler archival ink. This is, I do like VersaFine Clair. It just takes a little bit longer to dry. And since I'm going to be wanting this to dry as quickly as possible. So let's take our short and chubby stud muffin. There's nothing wrong with short and chubby stud muffins. All right. Let's stamp him with some gray plaid, and then I'll do some paper piecing to create sort of like a paper doll. All right, so let's go ahead. Oh my gosh, Karen. A lot of times the contractors' wives are the ones that have to wait the longest to get their work done around the house. I have heard that. I've been trying to encourage my husband to retire maybe a couple years early. He'll be 58, to do a handyman sort of handyman slash yard work slash small repairs. I mean, he's not going to be able to go in and like rewire your entire house, but I think he would do a really good job and have a lot of referrals if he would start something like that on the side, and then like eventually be able to leave the job that he does have, which is very dangerous, but not retire, just take a different path in life. But he doesn't want to do that, so we constantly butt heads about that. But I know change is hard, so it's gonna probably take a little bit of time and persistence. But I really think we could swing it. I really do. I know a lot of people who wish they had somebody they could call upon as a handyman. You know, somebody who's reliable and trustworthy and that's not going to charge them too much. And I have some people who said they would straight up hire him right off the bat to do their yard work and stuff. Yeah, jack of all trades, right? Exactly. In the winter time, we get a lot of snow here, so it's not unusual for him to do snow blowing a lot. And when he does it, he shovels it by hand, like the sidewalks, and he does the snow blower. He doesn't use a plow on his truck. So it's you know, like paying attention to detail. It's, you know, some of these guys have these big trucks and they just come in and push the snow up against the garage door, and then the little old lady that lives there, she still can't get out of her garage because all the snow's pushed up against it. And that's not doing anybody any favors, right? So anyways, okay, let's get our, yeah, honeydew calls. That's right. Let's get our stud muffin ready to rock and roll here, okay? So I think, you know, I was talking about my zig markers. I do like those. You can also use your Catherine Pooler inks. You could use watercolor pencils, and there's so many things you could use. What I'll do is I'll cut his shirt out and put it on top of his torso area. So that means the only thing I need to color in is his pants, his shoes, his face, his hat, and his arms. I mean, I could have him in a full plaid outfit with his pants being plaid too. I wasn't going to do that. I was just going to have his shirt be plaid. That's what I was planning on doing. So I just have to decide how I want to color it in. You know, decisions, right? Maybe what I'll do, let me see here. Yeah, I'm probably going to go for the zigs. I like them. The other one is using my inks to watercolor with. I just have to get them out of my cupboard here, folks. I have have them tucked away safely. Okay. I have this Arteza zip bag. And this is where I keep my Zig markers and my Derwent. I like these Derwent ones too. I don't know if any of you have these, but if they're a watercolor pencil, they're made in England. I do like these too. They're nice to work with. Yep, this is a really cool bag, Karen. Again, it's from Arteza. So I put a lot of markers in here, as you can see. So here we go. Let's grab him some brown for his shoes and his pants. Right? I think that would match green. And for his flesh, we've got this, what color is this? Flesh colored. Well, that's easy to remember. Grab a darker gray. This one is like a greenish gray. I'm not really good at picking out my colors to watercolor with. I just kind of wing it. Just grab some colors and go. I've got brown and gray. Might need some black for this hair. He doesn't have that much hair. And his shirt's going to be paper pieced. All right, so I think that's what I need. Oh, look here, Mama Bear, that's good to know how to take care of things and be able to help on the farm. I mean, you learn a lot of great skills that way. Okay. I've got some paint brushes, and I need to get a little bit of water in my jar. And by jar, I mean Panera cup. That'll have to do for now. Okay. Well, that cup needs cleaned. It's got some stuff floaty around in it. My guy's upside down. Hold on. My camera is not upside down. It's my guy. Okay. All right, let's get started. Hey, Karen, I think that's a really good skill, though, to know how to fix things. There's nothing wrong with having the ability to know what to do and how to fix things. You don't always have to rely on a man to do it. It sounds like you're very self-sufficient. Yeah, so we've got some brown here. That's good, Karen. So what do you guys think about the stamps from Technique Junkies this time around? Do you think they're fun for Father's Day? All right, Cynthia, take care. Have a good night. Well, happy anniversary, Susan. That's wonderful. 57 years. That's quite a milestone. Congratulations. Now, I didn't grab watercolor paper. I just have this, I guess it's accent opaque, like 120 pounds. But I'll tell you one thing, these markers are not moving well on this paper. So I'm just going to go ahead and color in his pants and then worry about blending in a little bit. This color is dark oatmeal. So I wanted to let everybody know that Jacob finished his Eagle Scout project last weekend, and he was able to install 4 benches around the lake here, not far from our house, at the Sportsmen's Association. They were super pleased with these benches and how large they were, and the quality of these benches. So he has fulfilled the work requirements. Now he has to do his paperwork, and he was actually working on it this weekend. And I wanted to say that thank you to everybody who donated for his GoFundMe page. It was just so touching to have you all contribute. It really meant a lot to Jacob. Actually, I think more people from the FSC contributed than any other group of people that I know. So that was really touching. And he's working on thank you cards to send out to all of you. Yeah, so that was awesome. It was a lot of work, that's for sure. He did a really good job and finished it up. Like I said, last weekend, him and his dad and some of the guys who work at the club installed those benches and used cement and everything. And, Karen, you talk about learning how to do, work. I thought that was really a good learning experience for him. Okay, I'm going to grab my light colored marker. Oh, Joyce, I'm so sorry. Joyce, we'll be keeping you in our prayers, and your husband too. Such sad news. All right, there we go. Our stud muffin has some brown pants. And I'm going to go in with this gray and do his shoes. Very uncomplicated coloring, guys. This is sort of like elementary school coloring, I'm telling you right now. Then we'll go ahead with the flesh color. Color in his arms. Yep. Boy, that's kind of orangey. I guess it'll dry back some. It's very yellow for flesh. It's a little bit yellow, I think. Oh my. Well, maybe if I hit it with a little bit of water, it won't be so. Yeah, spray tan. Yeah, exactly. It looks like spray tan. Oh my gosh. Maybe if I add a little brown to it, it would look actually like skin, not like weird orange. I don't want that. That's gray. Green, brown. Yeah, we'll just use a little of this brown. There we go. That's much more like it. So I did the flesh tone, and then I'm going over it with oatmeal. So with the 2 of those colors, we're getting somewhat of a normal looking flesh. So I like the zigs for the smaller areas, but like this is a pretty large area here, his face. And it just takes a little bit longer to color it in with the zig because it's got such a super fine tip. And I think I should, the next time I do a project like this, what I'm going to do is pull out my Arteza real brush pens and these zigs and just kind of alternate. So in the areas where it's real tight squeeze and you really can't get that larger brush in that area, then I'll definitely use the zig. But then when I have space and can, use a larger brush, that's what I'll do. I'll switch them out. You don't have to always use one brand when you're creating. You can use different brands together. This guy's going to have a 5 o'clock shadow. Well, Joyce, definitely everybody's thinking about you, and you and your husband will be in our prayers. You can also color on your glass mat. So let's go ahead and color some of this on our glass mat. And then add a little bit of water. There we go. That gives us a nice brown color. Yeah, sometimes it's easier to do that than to use the zig markers because they have such a small tip. Today over at my mom's house, we were taking a little walk down memory lane. She is cleaning out all her closets and just trying to downsize as much as she can. And she got out like baby books that she filled out for us when we were little. And there were a lot of pictures and stuff in there. And she had all of my report cards from when I was in elementary school. And I was not a very good student in elementary school. I was like, wow, I did not do well. I certainly wasn't in the gifted class, that's for sure. I think as I got older, I applied myself more to learning and concentrated more, but I thought that was interesting. But that was a nice little walk down memory lane. She had a whole bunch of birthday cards from little friends that we had when we were in like first, second grade. I was like, oh, I remember that person. She was my best friend in elementary school. And in kindergarten, there was a boy named Russell. He was my first boyfriend. I thought that was funny too. All right, I think that's good for our guy. It'll even out a little bit. Okay, for his hair, we'll go with black. He's got this little like cowlick at the top of his head here that kind of sticks up. I'm going to make it a little bit gray too. Not just black, but gray. Oh, that's nice, T. So my bestie from elementary school, you know, I didn't live in this area when I was growing up. I lived a county away, and we moved here when I was 11. But my bestie from elementary school lives here now too. Like, what are the odds of that? I ran into her one day at Dairy Queen, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you live in Somerset. I said, of all the places that you would, you know, be and end up, you know, with your life, I said, we have to get together sometime. She never really seemed like she was interested in that, so she probably thought I was nuts. She probably doesn't remember being my best friend. You know, people have different memories, right? Okay, there we go. He's a stud muffin. We got our stud muffin ready here. Let's go ahead and trim him a shirt. Okay. Oh boy, I missed a spot on his pants. Whoops. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to trim this out. And I'm trying to trim along the black line where I stamped. And the idea is to trim a shirt for him out of this pattern paper. I can always save the pants too for another card. So just so you all know, tomorrow there will be a new release from Kitchen Sink Stamps. So Nancy and I will both have cards for the new release. So be on the lookout for that. Some really nice stamps, by the way, that are part of the new release. And then next week in the FSC starts the Kitchen Sink Stamps card challenge. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to post a card that we create using kitchen sink stamps, and then it'll have a theme, and then encourage you all to also post your creations. And you don't have to use kitchen sink stamps stamps, but special consideration is given to people who do. And the winner will receive a $25 gift card from Kitchen Sink Stamps. So do you remember the Mod Squad challenge that Nancy and I always talked about? So the person who was the moderator for that has retired. And now the Kitchen Sink Stamps card challenge will be in the FSC. Yep. All right. Oh my gosh. What do you think? I really like it, you guys. I think it's so cute. Super cute. All right, let me get some glue. It's like that shirt was made for this guy. Totally. I love it. Okay. All right, let me hold it up to the camera so you can see better. There he is. It's so cute. I'm just cracking up here. It's so funny. All right, and then there was a sentiment. Yeah, 20% stud, 80% muffin. Yeah, that's the sentiment I want to use. I'm going to have to trim him out real quick too. Thanks, everyone. He turned out pretty good, didn't he? There's also a tall, skinny dad with glasses. So, have any of you been watching the final episodes of Ozark on Netflix? I was surprised to see that there were new episodes out. I watched a couple yesterday, and I was getting them finished up this afternoon. I was working on my kitchen sink stamp cards. So, it seems like they're trying to tie up some loose ends for sure. And Outlander's been really good this year too. Oh, Melissa, you'll love it. It's really good. Oh, Melissa, was it you that posted pictures of your daughter at the prom? They were really pretty pictures. She looked great. How exciting. All right, let me just get his little foot cut out here. There we go. Okay. Okay, T is on season 4, episode 1 for oh yeah, I love Outlander. Oh my gosh. could watch it multiple times each season. Okay, just get this water out of the way so I don't spill it on my card. All right. All right, so we're going to finish this out. We're going to let me see here. I think I have some wood grain paper here. See if I have anything lighter. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I like that. What else do we have here? That's how my weekend was last weekend. It was just way too busy. Way too busy. Way too much. I have some wood here. Marble. That kind of looks nice. It kind of really pops on that paper. Oh, I love Outlander too. I've also been listening to Wheel of Time books on Audible. So besides that, I'm working all the time and making cards. I'm going to go with this marble paper instead of the wood grain paper that I originally picked out. Okay. Alrighty. I grab my trimmer. Hi, Tara. I'm making a Father's Day card with a stamp set from Technique Junkies called Stud Muffins. Almost done. I just have to trim my paper and stamp out my sentiment. This is also Stampin' Up! Pattern paper from, I think, about a year ago. I'm going to save this to stamp my sentiment on. Okay, and then I'm going to go 5 1/4 by 4. Yep, 5 1/4 by 4. Whoops. Everything's just a-flying around here. And then I'm going to grab a colored card base. Okay. That marble paper. Thanks, T. I thought that was kind of manly. Manly paper. Yeah. So, in a way, it's kind of a monotone feel because it's got the gray and the green and the brown. So, it's, you know, man colors, like neutrals, right? With that marble then being kind of a nice masculine. I'm going to just, this paper's kind of thick, so I want to score it before I fold it. Yeah. Wow. I never thought of that, but I guess if you were colorblind, it would be difficult. Okay, let's get this finished so we can all get back to watching Ozark, right? And Outlander. Oh, by the way, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, I'm going to be on my channel again doing a live. And it'll be for a Colorful Life Designs. They have some awesome stencils this month, you guys. I'm not kidding. Some beautiful butterflies, dragonflies, and florals. I'm going to show you. I used a lot of the iZinc glitter paint from Technique Junkies on those cards. So I really hope that you'll join me again tomorrow night at 8 so I can walk you through that great new release. Okay, we're going to put him here, and then we'll put the sentiment here, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment on this piece of marble paper. This one section is primarily white. Okay, let's go ahead and stamp this. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. I want 20% stud, 80% muffin. Haha, it's funny. Yeah, if you like butterflies and dragonflies, you'll really fall in love with this new release. And with the Colorful Life Designs, they also have what they call a Master Creator Bundle, where you can get all of the, if you want to, you can get all of the new release. This is my glass mat board, and it is magnetic, so I'm using my magnet to hold my paper in place while I stamp my sentiment. So there we go. Back to the discussion about a Colorful Life Designs. The iZinc product from Technique Junkies. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow night and do a demo for you all of how that works. It's so much nicer than the glitter paste that come in a jar that you have to screw off the lid. So make sure you jump on tomorrow night at 8 for that. I lost my trimmer. Oh, right here it is. Okay. All right. I'm just going to do a basic trim on this without the decal trimmer. And I'll probably do a little mat behind it. Otherwise, it's going to blend in with my paper because it is the same paper as what I used for my card background. My background paper, pattern paper. Okay, I'm gonna get my other trimmer out. Oh boy, I just dropped my sentiment. Where did it go? Oh my. Okay, it disappeared. All right, we'll redo. It's gonna take me a second. I don't know where it went, you guys. I think it slid down into my desk. Whoopsie. Could be. It's all right. It'll only take me a minute. It'll only take me a minute to re-stamp it. Yep, so tomorrow night, if you want to join me, we'll have some fun with stencils and butterflies and the iZinc glitter paste that comes in a tube instead of a jar. And All right, I just need to get a piece of darker cardstock. Okay. Just go with some gray. Yeah, this one is definitely neutral colors. It's not my normal, you know, punch you in the face, bright colors. That's all right. Oh, Karen, that's really touching. All right. That is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and glue all this down. My glue dried up a little bit. So we got a lot of rain here today. I don't think you got as much rain as we did, Nancy, because you were outside a lot today. But my internet was just so bad today. I was so frustrated I couldn't download the SVG cut files for my kitchen sink stamps, and I really wanted to do cut files. Oh, it was so aggravating. I can't believe today's May 1st. Oh, that's right. I wanted to show you that card, that May Day card that I got. All right, while he is being weighed down to, he's heavy duty. I used accent opaque, like 120 pounds to do his watercoloring and everything. So he's a little bit heavy duty. Let's put a block on top of him. And then I'll show you real quick my Happy Meal. And then we will be done for the night. So thank you. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me as I get this card done. All right, so I got a card from, I think it was Delina, and it's a May Day card. So isn't that cute? It's got the little critters around the maypole. I think it's adorable. Isn't that sweet? Let's celebrate May Day. Isn't that cute? Thank you, Delina. I really like this card. Super cute. And then Meg sent me some gorgeous creations of hers. So this tag, this multimedia tag, oh my gosh, Meg, what a great job you did with this. I'm so impressed. I love the Phoenix. That's from Fairy Stamper, and the castle from Fairy Stamper, the dragon. And then it looks like all kinds of cool paper in the background, like layered upon layered of papers. Looks like it's got the decal trim or the jagged edge on one side. And then on the back side is a super cute little fairy house that she's colored in with some sparkly pens, or maybe she did some embossing with that. And this, I like this Art Deco fairies. Thank you so much, Meg. I love this. It's just gorgeous. Thank you so much. And she said they are the supplies that I sent her from Stamp Wars. So I sent her a, it was, oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. The little, not the distress crayons, but the little, okay, what are they called? Oh my gosh, I just bought some for Stacy for her birthday. It's a mixed media set, but it had the little gelatos. That's what they're called, gelatos. I could not think of that word. They had, the set that I sent Meg was a mixed media set, and it did have some gelatos in it. But she said she created this card with some of the things that were in that mixed media set. So that was really nice because she was a winner that I picked. And then she's so sweet. She sent me the card that she made on my Smash Your Crafty Stash. She and I made a card together. She was my guest, and she sent me that card. So that's really pretty. And then she sent me one more. A very pretty card. It has a window, and the fairy is in the window, and it looks like it was stamped on acetate. Looks like, I don't know if you use Shimmering Bliss spray or if you just had pearlescent paper or some kind of mica with stencils. And that says the difference between fairies and you is that your wings are hidden in your heart. So sweet. Thank you so much, Meg. I love them. They're beautiful. So that was a nice treat to receive from Delina and from Meg. All right, our cutout is nice and flat now. So these are the two cards that we made. So thank you everybody for jumping on my live tonight. I hope that you enjoyed our card making together. And I hope you all have a great evening and an enjoyable Monday. And I hope to see you all tomorrow at 8 o'clock on my channel, when we'll have some fun again with some stencils from A Colorful Life Designs. All right, everybody. Good night. Have a great evening. Hopefully we'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thanks again for jumping on, and thank you to T, Nancy, Stacy, and Chow for helping to be moderators tonight on my chat. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.